DJ Elmer Remix.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Nur Izzati Hazika binti Muhammad Razali. I will introduce you our topic, which is keep away virus. So soap or sanitizer? Why people chose sanitizer instead of soap to wash their hands? Doesn't both have the same functions? So we are going to study the chemical in both hand washers. Which is hand washer is better to use in this pandemic of COVID-19 disease? So I will teach you steps to wash hands using hand soap. First, wet your hands with clean running water and apply soap. Lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Lather the backs of your hands, between your fingers and under your nails. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Sing a happy birthday song twice as timer. Rinse your hands well under clean running water. Dry your hands using a clean towel or air dry them. And now I'm going to teach you steps to wash hands using hand sanitizer. Apply the gel product to the palm of one hand. Rub your hands together. Rub the gel over the surface of your hands and finger until your hands are dry. This should take around 20 seconds. When should we wash our hands? So we should wash our hands before, during, and after preparing food, before and after eating food, before and after caring for someone at home who is sick with vomiting or diarrhea, before and after treating a cut or wound, after using the toilet, after changing diapers or cleaning up a child who has used the toilet, after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing, after touching an animal feed or animal waste, and after handling pet food or pet treats, and last, after touching garbage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Suhaimi. I will explain about chemistry behind of soap and sanitizer. First, we go to soap lah. First, what is soap? Soap is a type of salt which is the react by animal fat plus oil plant plus strong base, which is commonly we use sodium hydroxide to provide the soap. Soap has a small positive ion like sodium and potassium, but their negative ion are very large and contain more than one atom. So general chemical formula for for soap is RCOO minus Na plus, where R is any long chain alkyl group consisting 12 to 18 carbon atom. So usually we use soap. The function of soap is we remove the dirt from our hand before we start doing some activities or after we doing activities. So we use soap with mixed with water, so it can remove all the invisible dirt from our body. So there are two types, or there are two particle N for soap molecule, which is one we call hydrophilic and one more we call hydrophobic. Hydrophilic is a negative charge, which is love water because they want love to be surrounded by water because water is polar. So hydrophobic is a positive charge, which is hate water that love to be surrounded by natural oil molecules. So these two kind of particle that make the function of soap, which is allow the water and oil mixed together. So hydrophobic cause the tiny balls of oil within water called micellar. So generally I can say soap is emulsifier, meaning it allow water and oil mixed together. This allow it to remove a dirt, making it useful aid in maintaining a good health every day. So if you want to see that's true statement that soap can allow the water and oil mix together, you can try to put water, oil, and liquid soap in one glass. So you can stir. After you stir, you can see the result. There are no layers on the glass. So that prove that the soap allow the water and oil mix together. So we go to sanitizer. First, we have two type of sanitizer, which is alcohol that contain 60% of alcohol until 90% of alcohol, which is usually formed in ethanol, isopropanol, and propanol. Those concentration alcohol immediately denature proteins, effectively neutralizing certain type of microorganism. So we go to second type, which is alcohol free, which is generally based on disinfectant such as benzalkonium chloride or antimicrobial agents such as triclosan. The activity of disinfectant and antimicrobial agent is both immediate and persistent. So many sanitizer also contain emollients or we call it glycerin that smooth the skin, thickening agents and fragrance. So ethanol and isopropanol, however, have one drawback: they can dry the skin. To counter this effect, the manufacturer add glycerol, a type of alcohol in hand sanitizer. Chemically speaking, glycerol is also an alcohol, but is not add in solution or disinfectant to kill germs. So next, bacteria and the virus have an outer coating which is made of protein and lipids. When we assume that there are virus on our hands, so the bacteria make a shield to protect them from the attacking. So we want to remove the bacteria. We want to kill the bacteria. We use a hand sanitizer to protect ourselves. So which is the alcohol that contain and add hand sanitizer will disrupt and eventually explode this outer coat of bacteria, which is destroy the shield. So hand sanitizer hand sanitizer effectiveness varies depending on how dirty of our hand and most importantly what kind of pathogen is being used upon. So generally sanitize, we not remove bacteria, but we destroy the shield that bacteria make to protect them. So we need to use hand soap to remove them from our body. So that's all for me. So thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fatihah Atika binti Muhammad. Today, I want to present about the reaction of the soap while hand washing and chemical content in hand sanitizer. Okay, the soap is known as a sodium palmate, whereas sodium palmate was produced from the reaction of a palm oil with the sodium hydroxide. The process is called sponification. Sponification occurs when a fatty acid react with an alkaline. Palm oil is the fatty acid and sodium hydroxide is the alkaline. Glycerol and sodium palmate are the product of this reaction. Soap is made from the fat and oils known as lipid. Lipids are attracted to other fatty oily lipids. The virus has an outer layer made from the lipid. So, when we use the sodium palmate and react the sodium palmate with the water, it was produced it will produce ion palmate with ionic salt ionic and um, natrium and sodium ion. Okay, so um, ion palmate will produce the bubble where the bubble has contained the lipid. So, like I said before, lipids are attracted to other fatty oily lipids. So, um, the bubble will attracted to the virus. When we rise our hand with the water, so the virus will gone with the bubble. Okay, for the next point is chemical content in hand sanitizer. Okay, the main chemical that suggested by WHO in the hand sanitizer is isopropyl alcohol, ethanol, isopropyl alcohol or ethanol, um, glycerol, hydrogen peroxide, and distilled water. So, every ingredient in the hand sanitizer has their own function. So, the function of the ethanol in the hand sanitizer is ethanol is very effective to kill a range of bacteria and virus which break down the protein of the bacteria. And the virus will break down the bacteria where ethanol contains antimicrobial properties. The glycerol, or we can know as a trihydrate alcohol or propane 1,2,3 triol, has a function as a humectant, and the isopropyl alcohol that used in the hand sanitizer has a function as to kill germs present on the skin surface and maintain good hand hygiene. The next ingredient in the hand sanitizer, which is hydrogen peroxide, has a function. The function of the hydrogen peroxide in the hand sanitizer to help inactive bacteria spores. Those can comminate the solution and make it highly function and effective. So the last one, the distilled water can help to dissolve protein inside pathogens, so the alcohol can kill all the bacterial or germs. So you guys can see the posters about hand sanitizer, also the effective of the hand washing. So that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Mashkri. Today I will present about advantages of sanitizer and soap. So first, I will present about advantages of sanitizer. First point is incredible accessible. This is because the sanitizer is made in liquid form, so it makes everyone easy to apply it. The second is make hand hygiene much easier to accomplish. This is can use when you simply cannot get to the sink to wash hand to make your hand clean. The third is the sanitizer is available in a small container, so that you can carry it everywhere, like in your purse or in your car or anywhere that you want. The next is I will present about advantages of soap. The first point is soap can reduction of germ content on your hand. This is because soap more effective to remove some common germs and harmful bacteria. The second is soap can cover your hands in dirt or grease. Um, Soap more effective to make your hand clean from dirt or grease compared with the sanitizer. The last is hand, so there will no hand touch main surface or other people. Some of disease can spread by the touch of the of hands. So wash your hand with soap because soap can prevent the spread of the disease. You just wash your hand with liquid soap and that can prevent the spread of the disease. So that's all for me. Thank you.
For the conclusion, the hand hygiene is simple preventive practice that the most people can easily use and multiply. Studies have shown that it can help reduce the spread of pathogenic bacteria, including respiratory illness. Many different hand hygiene products are available on the market, and many of them will limit supply due to the increasing consumer demand because of the coronavirus 19 epidemic. There are a lot of benefit using soap and water. What we can make a conclude. First, washing your hand properly with soap and water can help prevent the spread of the germ like a bacteria and virus that can cause disease. disease. The disease that included in effective by using a soap and water are gastrointestinal infection, salmonellosis, and respiratory infection. For example, influenza, cold, and coronavirus. Second, for the other example, when the other people have erection skin in acid, we can use soap and water with a different pH. It can be way may be neutral and slightly alkali that can prevent from the irritation. Third, the hand washing hand hygiene can make a barrier against the infection. The hand sanitizer does have an important role to play in preventing virus transmission. For the disadvantage using sanitizer, um, if your hands are visibly soiled, the hand sanitizer will not work because the sanitizer very not effective using as a hand washing when your hand full of the soil. The hand sanitizer does not remove the dirt and less effective at killing germ virus. Third, the when you using a sanitizer regularly and often, The ingesting and inhaling sanitizer can increase your risk of alcohol poisoning. With if you ingest hand sanitizer, which is a terrible idea. You gulp some of the liquid of sanitizer, it may be a trouble. In the overall summary, we can make a conclude that the hand washing using a soap and water way more better than the using a sanitizer. But there are a lot of the benefit and disadvantage